So today we're going to do an unboxing of the new grinder that I purchased. It is the Origin Blade Maker OBM. I may do a video at some point in time if there's any request for that of the homemade one that I had, basically stuff I had laying around. So we're going to do this unboxing. I've already received it. It came FedEx today and it's heavy. So here's the 2x72 grinder that I built, wooden. I was kind of at the time in some furniture making, so I was able to make some precision pieces, and basically everything I had here was scrap, with the exception of bolts, which I just picked up from Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever I was at. So I'll be 100% honest. This is how the box came. Not open like this, but it's a big box. See, it's kind of taking over my drill press there. FedEx delivered it. It was incredibly heavy. I'll be honest, at first I was a little concerned because the top and the sides were kind of dented up pretty good. It had these plastic straps around it, which I cut off, and the thing was pretty heavy. So actually, since I'm making knives in my basement right now, what I decided to do was bring it in the house and open the box and see if I could separate some of the parts to make it a little lighter to carry downstairs, rather than carrying this big ass box. So I did open it, but I wanted to do kind of an unboxing and give you an idea. So fortunately, despite the box being banged up pretty good, the packaging, they've got this OSB plywood bottom, which made it really strong. That's what everything was sitting on. They use these, I don't know what you call them, pillow packs or something, where you compress it and it fills the void. So they had really packed those in there. It was actually difficult to get them out. And here's the straps. So I mean, there was a ton of this stuff in there. Keep going. That's what we had. And dog's like, what is going on? All the contents are out. This is what we got. It looks like the main grinder, the motor wheel. I haven't opened that yet, but I assume that's the flat platen that I ordered with it. Power switch, and looks like a manual. So let's get this thing opened up. Also, in the same delivery, I got it. There's another box. Where's it at? Right there. I'm pretty sure that's the motor. Honest, at my first impression, I kind of feel like all these guards are going to make it difficult to put belts on. We'll see. Platinum's lined up good. A bit of an edge on the threaded holes, but probably not enough to make a difference. So the aluminum, solid aluminum tool arm here. It's pre-drilled for attachments, which is good because I actually made a surfacing attachment, which I don't have a video on yet, but if you subscribe to me, I'll probably do a video on that at some point in time, so you get to see that. this, if it's pneumatic or hydraulic strut here. Goes down pretty easy. It's, the rebound function of it is certainly valved, so it doesn't slam up, so that's good. That's a lot bigger than I thought it was. That's neat. Wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this, but actually I like it. Alright, now that I've done everything and haven't read the instructions, it's a sealed package. That's weird. Smells new. Also mounted on a piece of wood. I didn't realize how big this was in the pictures either, but it's almost as big as my old school motor on my homemade grinder. So this will plug into there, it plugs into the wall. Get the same plug at Home Depot or whatever. 15 amp. Break my glasses. I don't see any amp rating on this. 300 volts. It's well insulated. I'm going to assume it's capable of more than 15 amps. I don't know how many amps this motor puts out. Let's find out. .47 in 115 volt variation. So I think I lost the video clip about messing with the motor, getting that mounted. I did go back and read the instructions, and the instructions actually say to clamp the motor to the frame to get it lined up, test run the motor, yada yada yada. Not really my style, but it certainly seems like they may be aware that getting the motor attached is kind of fidgety. You can see a little bit of burr there from the, I assume this is powder coat. And ultimately what I had to do was remove the motor. You know, it's kind of sits in there with a ledge, and I just stack up these blocks, and I got this piece of wood here, and I had to I got one screw started, just a couple threads, and then I basically had to shimmy the motor using leverage to kind of get each of the screws individually in, and then once they were all threaded up with a couple threads, I had to draw it in, and you could definitely tell it was peeling some of the powder coat off. Probably not from the hole for the motor, but where the screws were. So far my only gripe is just that the fitment of the motor is weird. Probably not lined up perfectly. I don't know why. Maybe it's plasma cut or something, but it was more of a pain than I wanted it to be, so no big deal. Alright, so I finished checking all the nuts and bolts, and found my 3/4 inch, got the adjustable plat in there and everything lined up, and got the wheel aligned in the back, and went ahead and mounted this box. It's pretty neat. Just temporarily with a couple screws. I don't know where I want it. Plugged it all in. And this sucker's loud. I'll just do a little demo here. A lot louder than my homemade grinder, but it's also spinning probably 2 or 3 times as fast. I didn't happen to notice what the RPMs were on this. I can't hardly see it. 3,500. But the wheels also, geez, I don't know what that is. Six-inch wheel, and I was using something like a, I don't know, 3.5-inch wheel. So it's I think my motor was rated, maybe it's 2 times as fast. My motor was rated for about 3,000 RPM. So well, I guess it could be 3 times as fast. I'm not going to do the math on the circumference. But yeah, there it is. I mounted this. I don't know if I like that or not. It also looks like there's a place here for it. As I like using the wheel to work on some kind of inside radiuses and stuff. I may just take that guard off entirely. It's got the bottom thing here. I went ahead and mounted my bucket. It just shoots that stuff right in there. Yeah, so I haven't grinded anything yet, but let's see what happens here. So that's my new grinder, and I'm hoping I'll get some more precision out of this versus the homemade wooden one that I have. It served me good, but time to step my game up a little bit. While we're at it, quick little reveal here of, well, it doesn't have a name yet, but I got another video coming out. Check that one out. Small, kind of everyday carry, a 3.5-inch blade, something more practical versus my Judy chopper. So I give the OBM grinder a good rating, I guess. It went together fairly easily. I struggled with the motor a little bit. Had I read all of the instructions first, it may have been a little bit easier, but who reads the instructions? The motor mounting could have been a little better, but otherwise it seems great. I've run it, I've put a belt on it, and I haven't really ground anything with it yet, so we'll see what happens. But so far I'm pretty happy with my purchase, so good job. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, view my other playlists, subscribe to my channel, and feel free to comment if you have any questions.